As 2025 comes to a close, it is the perfect time to take a step back and reflect on all the new figures in your collection. Or in this case, in my collection. And maybe we should reflect on some of our financial decisions as well. Alright, let's keep this nice and simple. We'll do a top 10 and some honorable mentions. This is of course a mostly subjective list based on overall vibes and my impressions, but I've also tried to be at least a little bit analytical or technical. Kind of. So if you agree or disagree with anything, do let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. And of course, all figures are from 2025. Coming in at number 10, we have a bit of a mess of a figure. This is of course Mess Toys' Ultimate Neighbor, or Superior Spider-Man. We got some great value here with Revoltech articulation at a fraction of the price. The contrast of the red and the black and the matte and the glossy parts look absolutely fantastic. He's got some great accessories as well, and even though I personally never used them after the review, they're still pretty cool. Sure, it's an unofficial bootleg, custom, or whatever you want to call it, but it is very good for what it is. Especially when you account for the price. It's just a nice, simple, and fun action figure, and that's all he needs to be. Ultimate Neighbor, number 10. At number 9, we probably have one of, if not the most articulated figures that I own. This is X-Kukan or X-Cocoon or whatever's Quinn Lee. Definitely not Chun-Li. Kind of a last minute addition to the list because I've been too lazy to fix her. If you know, you know. She probably would have been ranked higher if she didn't have a pretty common stiff or fragile shoulder joint. One other minor complaint that I have with her is that she has a kind of a strange back of the head, and it can be a little bit fiddly. Regardless, she is definitely one of the easiest to get into crazy poses, even though the body sculpt is not too cut up, and that's pretty cool. Quinn Lee, number 9. At number 8, we have a figure from a new brand. This is Leah from Ladotoys. The design, details, and just overall quality is top notch. On par with brands that have been around for quite a while actually. You know, it's okay, it's understandable if you're a furry, sometimes. Which I'm not, by the way. Anyway, she does have some minor issues here and there, like some potential paint rubbing and stuff. And the stand base is kind of useless. There is also a chance of loose joints because her tail is so big. Personally, I didn't have any joint issues on my original Leah, but my Candy Leah was a little bit loosey-goosey. But otherwise, this is their very first figure. Super solid, super cute. Ladotoys Leah, number 8. Now we have a bit of a special one at number 7. This is Sexy Ice Manticora. An absolute beast of a figure. But why is he number 7, you might be thinking? Since I'm sure he'll be at the top of a lot of lists. Well, you could say he's a little bit niche, and you know, we usually do waifus here. In seriousness though, some parts are super hard to swap. Of course the plastic is super tough and sturdy, but it can still be a little bit uncomfortable swapping stuff around. I found that this made the figure a little bit less enjoyable. You also kind of need really particular lighting most of the time to showcase him properly. Otherwise he is absolutely fantastic, feels really good to move around, and really is in a class of its own. Super keen to see more Sexy Ice figures in future. This is Manticora at number 7. Now it's time for a company that we all know and sometimes love. At number 6 we have Good Smile Company, Figma Alice from Nikkei. Looks super cute, feels good in hand, and that's honestly pretty much it. So if you are a Nikkei fan, you will love this one. And if you're not, well shit man, I don't know what to tell you. Figma sometimes does some questionable stuff and can be hit or miss, but when they get it right, damn is it good. So actually, if you're not a Nikkei fan, you could probably sub in Figma 2B. She is also excellent. Super impressed with both of them, and this is what Figmas should be like. Anyway, that is Figma Alice, maybe Figma 2B, at number 6. At number 5. Actually, I don't know what's so special about her. We have Husky Gloria. You know, she just looks great. Super pretty, really cute, probably has one of the best faces ever, and it's all you need really. I guess she does have some other cool stuff as well, but let's be honest, the face carries. Number 5, Husky Gloria. At number 4, we have probably the most detailed Figma that I own. This is Figma Scarlet. She has a great bunch of accessories and looks fantastic no matter how you pose her. besides maybe from the back. The stand stuff for her hat and things is a little bit unfortunate, but what can you do? Still, you can kinda have her all geared up or just chillin'. Even with a minimal look or just lying down, still looks excellent. But anyway, love this figure. Scarlet, number 4. Now before we hit our top 3 figures of 2025, let's do some honorable mentions. First honorable mention is to you, the person watching this video. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. Whether it's just watching the videos, clicking through the affiliate links, or joining the memberships, it is always very much appreciated. So thank you, and I can't wait to see what the next year brings us. An honorable mention goes to Romankey gun girl, Jessica Astor. I believe she is my very first Romankey figure, and she comes with a whole bunch of stuff. The deluxe version even comes with 2 whole figures. Still not too sure how I feel about the Romankey body, but they are super articulated, and that's pretty cool. Next up is Snail Shell IP Masquerena. She's a fantastic looking monster girly, I guess, from Yu-Gi-Oh! She has a good amount of faces that are super expressive. Got her from Bombasby a while ago, and I should probably review her sometime. Anyway, next up is another Snail Shell girly, Fisty Girl, or Chanchu. Despite having a huge fist, which is kind of useless, she is actually really cute. And also has super expressive faces. Kind of a random addition, but I just really like having her in front of me on my desk. These girlies are pretty cool too. I actually honestly really like Annalise. A few more girlies. Uraraka is probably the best SHF that I have. And just a little shout out to the boys as well. Alright, coming in at number 3 we have Mr. Sexy Ice Ankval Eliminator. He looks cool, is super sturdy, articulation is fantastic, and moving him around is just so much fun once you get used to it. Initially, stuff can feel a little bit stiff and tight, but it's actually not really. These Sexy Ice figures just feel really different from most other figure brands out there. I hate to say this, but you kind of really just need to get one in hand to know what I mean. Quite the experience. Sure, if you like big beefy bug boys, you can probably sub in Manticore here. But anyway, Ankval Eliminator, number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Snail Shell, Lounge Eileen. Sometimes less is more. She is a pretty minimalistic and simple figure. She isn't super articulated or anything, but honestly her overall sculpt and look more than make up for it. She is good on her own as a base body or something, and of course you can do swaps and stuff as well. Minor issues are that her glasses are stupid as hell, and she only has 2 faceplates, which is unfortunately typical Snail Shell. But of the 2 she does have, one of them is probably the best looking faceplates ever. I probably should give this girlie more attention. Lounge Eileen, number 2. And so that means my number 1 figure of 2025 is not her because she didn't come out this year. It's not her either. My number 1 figure of 2025 is Hasuki Freed. Sure, Hasuki is a bit slow and delays things for months, and has little to no social media comms, which is a bit of an issue. But company issues aside, they do make some excellent figures, and Freed is no exception. She looks great, of course, has plenty of accessories and playability with these soft goods and multiple weapons and all that. She's pretty sturdy and solid as well. Sturdy enough to shove in your pocket and take outside, besides maybe worrying about her horns falling off. Freed is number 1 because she is probably the figure that I reach for the most, and I just really love how she looks. At the end of the day, that is what figures should be all about. Just something that you enjoy. So those are my top figures of 2025. I would love to hear what your favorites have been. Thanks for watching, and Happy New Year.